Hi guys, this is Blowjos, and today I will be giving you an action figure review of Mezco's Earthworm Jim figure, an awesome figure that was just released. So if you're not sure who Earthworm Jim is, he is the awesome Earthworm superhero who came out in the early 90s. This is the Super Nintendo version of the game here. A very fun platforming game. It's very much arcade style though. Every time you die you go back to the beginning of the game. It was originally a Sega Genesis game that came out and was ported over to the Super Nintendo. And there was a sequel game and also Earthworm Jim 3D, which came out for the 64. In between there though, there was a TV show which only lasted for 2 seasons, unfortunately, but this figure is actually based off the video game. So without further ado, we'll get right into this review. So as you can see, there's some really nice graphics on this box. Personally, I'm going to give this box a 9 out of 10. The picture on the top showing Earthworm Jim just kind of leaning on his rocket is awesome. There's nice, like the original Earthworm Jim logo. Pretty cool pop sticker, and in the background you can see the moon. Earthworm Jim's chilling out on the moon. On the back there's the original promo pic that was posted online, and I'll read this little write-up here that they have for Earthworm Jim. And it says, "Spending his days eating dirt and tunneling through the earth, Jim was a very ordinary worm. Then one day, bam! An ultra high-tech indestructible super space cyber suit falls on him, and he's cast into the throes of superheroism. Jim was mutated into the ultra highly intelligent, in brackets for a worm, crusader that we know today. Traveling through the galaxy, launching cows and battling malevolent goldfish make up a normal day in Jim's life. Dang. This super accurate action figure of the universe's most groovalicious hero features 8 points of articulation, Jim's plasma blaster, and cyber suit." And again, there's this cool graphic up here. That's the original Earthworm Jim logo. It says that it's an action figure. And just all the regular warnings, an ad for Mezco Toyz, whatever. Very nice box. Does the job well. And it's very fun. For the box, I'll give it 9 out of 10. Unfortunately, there were a ton of twisties holding Jim in, so that's really the only reason why I'm holding him back. So without further ado, here is the figure itself. And I've got to say, I'm really digging him. He's pretty groovy. Now I'll just get the camera in closer here. Now, when the box says that there's 8 points of articulation, it doesn't lie. I'll get into that in a little bit here, but like I said earlier, this figure is really groovy. The sculpt is fantastic, which of course you'd expect from Mezco Toyz, and he looks like the original artwork, which is very pleasing. Zoom in on the face there. One thing that I don't like, because it matches the original artwork, his eyes are like way over to the side. So if you turn his head so that he's facing forward, he's looking way off to the left there. The original artwork was actually flipped of this head sculpt. But yeah, like I said, sculpt 9 out of 10. Matches the original art, and the detail is very nice. There's very nice sculpted detail. You can see little ripples in the knees even. Just really nice sculpt work here. Mezco's done it again. Alright. For the accessories, I'm going to give him a 7.5. Mainly, it's probably just me who's going to say this, but in the original promo pics, or actually the display that they had at Toy Fair and Comic-Con, they had the figure displayed with Bendy Jim here, which is really cool. That's really nice that they threw that in there. But they also displayed an alternate head sculpt. And I know that what they're doing with it is they're going to release it on this very same figure. It was a smiling expression, very goofy, very much Earthworm Jim. As it stands right now, Earthworm Jim is very serious, and it would have been nice to have that alternate head to go with it. But what they're doing is they're releasing a metallic version of this very same figure, except that head will be on it. So just disappointing that it wasn't with this figure, but for the price point, this figure's awesome. And this bendy Jim is pretty sick too. He's you know, he's very smooth, bendy. He doesn't feel like he's gonna break anytime soon, and he's very cool. One thing also, I think they may have changed this after they released, or not released it, but after they decided not to include the head. When I was trying to pull out the head to see if I could make it look like he was out of his cyber suit just for fun, and I didn't, like, once I started pulling, I just didn't want to break it, so I left it at that. But just be careful with it if you decide to pop out the head. Now, as for articulation, like it states on the box, there are only 8 points, and those are a ball-jointed head, which you get a lot of movement out of, actually. Get a lot of personality into your poses. On each arm, he's got a ball and socket joint, which can do a 360. And he's got swivel at the cut here on the glove. Here, I'll try to... I'm kind of far away from the figure, so I'll move in beside it here. He's got swivel at the glove here. And aside from that, he's got this swivel at the waist. Now, there is no leg articulation, but those legs are so spindly, I can completely understand why Mezco decided to go with no articulation there. So for articulation, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. It could have been worse. Could have had like slit joints across. It's really it's really very workable. You can get him into some personality-esque poses, whatever you want to do. Now the paint, I'm going to give 8 out of 10. I'm going to zoom up on this guy's face again. Ooh, a little too far. And as you can see, the flesh tone is really cool. You can see some shading in there and some different hues. It looks really nice. The only reason why I'm not going to give this guy a 10 out of 10 is the lines aren't very crisp. So like the paintwork is very well done, the shading's nice, but they're just not very crisp. They're kind of fuzzy in places and just not as awesome as they could have been, but at the same time they're completely awesome. So not really a complaint, just saying, you know, it could have been better, but it's really well done work. Price, man, this is the best thing about this figure. This guy is $15.99 American, which translates to like what, $16.50, $17 Canadian. And like that's a steal these days. That's cheaper than Marvel Legends. That's cheaper than, well, that's around the same price in the States as DC Universe Classics. So for the price point, you're getting an awesome blaster, which I forgot to mention in the accessories. I'll just say it's awesome. Paintwork's well done on it. But you get his blaster and Bendy Jim, and like just the figure itself is awesome. So 9 out of 10 for the price. It's a bargain. Now I'm just going to give you a size comparison here. Here is a Return of Marvel Legends Future Foundation Spider-Man. If I can get him to stand, he's been he's being a dick. There we go. And here is a DC Universe Classics Shark. So he's kind of right in the middle of those two. He says he's in 6-inch scale, which is technically true, but he does feel a bit on the small side. Either way, though, he is like he fits in well with the other lines and looks great. Like, I love this figure. So overall, I'm gonna give this guy an 8 out of 10. He's a great figure. The paint apps and articulation, though, are just what kind of holds him back. If those lines had been more crisp and he had a bit more articulation, you know, like maybe some, I don't know, there's not really much more you can put into him, but he just, right now, the articulation is a bit lacking. But overall, 8 out of 10. This figure's great. If you guys see this at your local comic book store, or I think even in the States, Toys R Us has Mezco products. So if you guys see him there, pick him up wherever. If you see this guy, pick him up. This is a steal and is an awesome figure. So without much further ado, this is Blojo signing out. Keep collecting whatever it is you collect, and have a great day. Earthworm Jim is groovy.